What's up YouTube? It's Razor Collectibles back with another video. This right here is my most recent pickup from XM Studios. This is the Iron Man Classic. Really excited about this one, man. I was excited for this to come in. I definitely needed an Iron Man in my collection. Never had one. The only thing I do have is the Hulkbuster Comiquette, which is a great piece in itself, but I still wanted a true Iron Man piece to really reflect my Avengers collection. So obviously there's plenty of them out there, great statues, whether from Sideshow, Iron Studios, there's customs, there's plenty of Iron Man statues out there. I went with this one because number one, I liked the pose. I like the fact that there's a lot going on in the base, makes you feel like you have almost two statues in one. And I really dig this head portrait of Tony Stark. I think that's the biggest thing that really sold me on this statue, to be honest with you. So I'm definitely going to be back and forth, swapping these head portraits out, you know, displaying them how I feel like it. So definitely a really cool piece. I mean, just for me, I literally just took it out the box right now, put it together, and I'm still kind of just going through everything. You know, it's just taking it all in. I mean, obviously, the first thing I noticed, again, was it's just XM quality. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the way it's put together, the way things are fitting, magnets, paint, it's great. I really do like the red on the suit. I know some people were a little like on the gold. I could kind of see why. I think I wish the gold was a little bit more shiny myself, but it doesn't take away from the statue. You know, I definitely see what they were going for in terms of battle damage and so forth all throughout. Right now I have the torso that's more modern, I believe. So this is the one I went with. And again, I mean, this is just my first time putting it together. I guess what I could start off with is like typical XM fashion. You know, they're going to give you a detailed booklet on how to put your statue together. So obviously, this one's a pretty simple, pretty easy to put together. But for some of those crazy ones with a million pieces like Ghost Rider or something, these things really do come in handy. Another thing that I find great with this is they tell you exactly where things go in the package. So when you're boxing this up for whatever reason, you know, you need to store it, you need to sell it for whatever. This is a lightsaver. I mean, a lifesaver. I don't know how many times I've went to go package a statue and I just totally forget where the hell anything goes. So it's definitely a pain in the ass. So really excited about XM and how they incorporate that. Another thing that's super top notch and classy from XM is that they incorporate this art print from Hive Studios. So obviously this is a picture of the statue itself. This one has the helmet on, but amazing. I believe it's from Hive Studios. So definitely a cool, you know, touch to the statue. I'll definitely get mine framed. So I'll definitely go to my local like Michael's or something and get another frame, custom frame for that. So again, super excited, happy they do that. But there we go. Let's start off, guys, with just, you know, I guess quicker spin around. Hopefully you guys can see the entirety of it. But again, this thing is just amazing, man. And again, that head portrait, I don't know what it is. It just kind of screams comic to me. It just kind of pops. You know, XM, I guess, had some struggles early on when they first started, from what I heard, about not, you know, really kind of missing on head portraits. But from the last ones that I've seen, you know, I have the XM Black Panther, freaking amazing. This one, amazing. So I'm not worried about, you know, getting some statues from XM that have, you know, the whole face exposed. I think they do a great job now. The paint, again, is just, I don't know what they use to get these flesh tones and everything kind of painted on a dime, but hey, shout out. So another thing is this chest piece does come out. I have the lighted version. Probably never will use it, but it's cool. I don't know if you guys can see that to know it's there. So pop that in and the reactor is on. So definitely a cool touch from XM to incorporate that as well. They do give you another one. It's basically the same exact thing, but this one does not light up. So again, you can't go wrong. I probably won't light it up very much unless I'm just trying to show it off in some way. But you know, other than that, it doesn't. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. So here is the mass version, and honestly, this is, I just literally took this out and it looks Amazing. So if you guys could see that, it looks really, really good. You can see his eyes going through the mask, the lips, all painted so well. It's great. Here, I'll go ahead and pop this one on and also give you a quick close-up on the unmasked portrait. So again, I mean, even just the paint, it's amazing. On the hair, on the goatee, the eyes, no googly eyes on these ones, guys, I'm telling you that. Awesome statue. So this, yeah, this definitely gives it a whole different look. I'm actually digging this one too. Again, I knew I was gonna have a hard time choosing which one I want to display it with. I'll probably just have both heads kind of in the back hiding behind the display just so I can pop them out when I want. I don't know. I get like that. If I get a little bored of some, I like to switch things up. So I like to keep them handy if I can. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely impressed. You know, I'm happy I picked it up. Again, now I have an Iron Man in my collection. I don't think I'm going to need any more. I think the only way I'll get another one is probably a movie version, just so I could have kind of like the movie Avengers line. And again, just the main folks. I have the Hulk maquette, you know, I have the Thor 1 PF. You know, maybe down the line, I think I really would like to get that Captain America from Iron Studios. Even the Iron Man from Iron Studios is awesome too, but I know the Sideshow's coming out with the new one as well. And that looks really promising. I was able to check out some videos of people, you know, seeing it last year at Comic-Con and so forth, and that looks really good. So I definitely will decide later on. But again, I like to be a little bit more picky with my pieces and not get a lot of the same characters, unless, you know, I really do love them. But, you know, in this sense, the movies, love the movies. So I think it would be a cool pickup just to have them and just kind of put them in the corner somewhere altogether. But in terms of my comic book collection, this is the one for me. I know that Sideshow had a great one years ago, which was the Comic-Cat, just a little bit small in scale, but this is going to be fine just for my quarter scale collection. So what I'll do now is just kind of give you guys a little bit more of a closer look in terms of the base, the rock base. The paint is, again, really, really well done. The Ultrons, I can see it's a little flat in terms of, you know, the paint, like especially on the inside. I think they could have done a little bit of a better job at here, and I'll definitely zoom in for you guys towards the end to show you what I'm talking about. But you can definitely see the detail. You can see the detail in the sculpt. It's just I wish they probably would have done a little bit better job on the inside and kind of just mixing up the color a little bit. Again, you know, this thing's painted awesome, but they could have done a little bit better there in the shading just to kind of help break that up a little bit. You know, obviously I'm a big fan of chroming. I like people when, you know, I see Silver Surfer when it's all chromed out and stuff like that. I think that's a cool look. I probably would never do it to this. I mean, I like the statue the way it is, but I always thought that would be a really cool kind of vibe to it. Just like, you know, if Iron Man was completely chromed out, I think that would be sick too. So, but either way, all sculpt. The only thing that's kind of, it's not even mixed media, but these are real wires here on the side of Ultron. And I think that's super awesome how they do that too. I know I have the XM cable. They do the same thing with a couple wires hanging out, and I'll definitely have to get a review for you guys on that one too. But that was the first time I seen XM do something like that on my end. So I really am digging this. Again, it just kind of makes that figure pop, gives it that realism to it. And yeah. Let me see. Before I give you guys some zoom ins, I think the only, and again, besides the paint on the inside of the Ultrons, the only little gripe I do have, and I think this statue was somewhat notorious for it from what I heard, was the hand holding the Ultron head. So basically, it looks like all my fingers are touching the head, which is fine. You know, obviously I don't want to scratch the statue or in any way, but the thumb is kind of off. So I don't know if it's, you want to make it feel like, you know, he just crushed him and he's about to drop him, or if, you know, you're really going for that look where he's holding Ultron up. I really do wish that the thumb on his hand here was touching. it's not a huge deal because, again, when I look at it, I see all the other fingers touching, and so it does give me that sense of like, hey, you know, I guess he is holding it, but still, I think that is the biggest gripe that this statue had, was that was not done correct. They should have really done a little bit better job on making sure that all hands are touching. You know, maybe even giving like a little felt pad on the bottom of Iron Man's hand. I know they did the same thing for the Black Panther because he's holding on the cliff. So I think that would have been something that they could have done to really give you that more realism to make that work. So I think that's probably, to be honest with you, the biggest gripe that I have from this statue is just that this part here is not completely, his thumb is not completely touching Ultron's head. But again, other than that, this is an amazing statue, guys. If you're on the fence about picking it up, I definitely, you know, I give this a thumbs up all the way. From quality, paint, pose, everything. It's amazing. And I'm just kind of going to unwrap this to show you the other torso. I won't put it on right now, but you can kind of see what the more classic version looks before I box that up. But there you go. Again, it's very, very similar to the other one. So whatever one you feel like, you know, displaying, you can't go wrong. It's nice and weighty too, so that's good. But yeah, as I promised, I'll go ahead and just kind of do a quick zoom in for you guys. And then we will take it from there. So, quick look right there. Again, I love that pose. So this is the masked version. Give you a full little spin around from the back there. I'll go ahead and switch off the head for you as well. The head is light, I'm not gonna lie, it is very light, so that's one thing I did notice right away when I picked it up. But again, it doesn't take away from the sculpt, from the paint, anything. Again, it's amazing. I really do like it. So, here you go, guys, and then I just kind of want to give you a quick look here. This is what I was talking about in terms of the wiring. Really, really cool touch. Really like that. In here is where I felt they could have done a little bit of a better job painting inside. But, you know, all in all, man, this is an awesome statue for what you're getting. I mean, you're getting two Ultrons, you know, half-body Ultrons. You're getting a full quarter-scale Iron Man. You can't beat it. You really can't. So again, thanks for viewing. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have it in your collection. I love seeing your guys' videos as well. You know, it really helps me on deciding which statue to pick up. I mean, obviously, shout out like Rad Titan, Cartel from Hell. I know they got this statue. You know, and just, again, watching their videos, reaching out to them, you know, via Messenger or whatever. They, you know, if they give me the thumbs up, I do trust their judgment. I mean, they've been in the game for a little while now too. So it's cool to see and get some feedback from people that actually already have it in hand. You know, I didn't buy this right when this first came out. This has been out for a while now, so you know, I'm happy I bought this one. It was still new, sealed, so that's always a big plus. And yeah, again, thanks for viewing. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.